Hi! So today I actually just want to have a cozy day and just do some watercolor studies. I've been really into drawing hands lately, so I just want to buckle down and practice them, and maybe I'll do some other studies today depending on how much time I have. I'm gonna be using my Winsor Newton watercolor set. I literally love this watercolor set. I've talked about it so many times on my channel and I've used it in so many videos. I've had it for like 10 years now, and I think over the span of 10 years I've only had to change 4 colors. So I mean, to me, it's totally worth it, and it's like a lifelong purchase. I'm gonna be doing a few drawings from this book today. This is one of my favorite books to look at for anatomy because I feel like it approaches anatomy from a drawing perspective and not from a medical perspective. Everything is broken down super simply, and I just think it's amazing. If you want to purchase either of these things as a gift or for yourself, then I will leave links down in the description for you guys. All right, so let's start drawing. I used to hate painting and drawing hands, and I would avoid it at all costs because I thought that they were just too difficult to do. Whenever I would draw a person, I would give them the classic hands behind their back just so that I didn't have to draw their hands. But I don't really want to avoid it anymore. I feel like it's time to learn how to do it. I'm not super bad at drawing hands or anything. I just think that there is definitely room for improvement for me. It's been really dark the past few days. Actually, like this whole week's been really dark. So I haven't been filming much, and honestly haven't been really wanting to do much either. Like, I've been so lethargic because it's like I wake up and it feels like it's nighttime, and then I go to bed and it's nighttime. So I wanted to give you guys actually like a few pointers or tips on how I actually draw hands. So what I do is like I break my hand down into sections when I'm drawing it. So like this section would be like a shape. So to the knuckles, to the edge of the hand, and to like the knuckle of my thumb here, this would all be a shape. And then I would draw this as a shape, so like a rectangular shape. And then the tips of my fingers would also be a shape. So I'd break it down into like those 3 sections, and it would work the same way for my thumb. So like from here to here is a shape, and then from here to here is a shape. So it just works easier for me. But I know that there's like so many different ways to do it. That's just for like the back of the hand. And then for like the other side of the hand, there's like so many ways to break like this part down. I don't have a solid way yet, and I kind of want one. I mean, I know I could like break this, like do the exact same thing, break this part down into a shape and then extend it more. But I just feel like it's more difficult because the flat part of your hand, like, I don't know, feels like this maybe should be a shape, and like this should be a shape, and this should be a shape. See, I don't know. So, which is why I'm practicing. Also, something that I think is really useful while drawing hands is to look at areas where the skin overlaps and kind of like meets. So what's a good example? So like here, like it's like a fold of skin. I feel like including like little things like this really helps your drawings. It makes your drawings look like they have weight, or like it's more real. So yeah, just like include, like if I were to bend, including like areas where it folds over. I found that it's really helpful for me to include those things, or to even accentuate those things. So you should definitely do it. It helps. Trust me. If you guys have any tips on how you draw hands, honestly, I'd love to hear it, or just any resources you want to leave below that you really enjoy. Please feel free. I'll definitely give them a look, and I'm sure other people would appreciate it too. So last week I got to babysit Henry, which was very fun. For those of you who don't know, Henry is my brother's dog, and he is super cute but super mischievous, so he does need to be watched right now. But he's doing great, very playful, loving life. That was fun for me. Last week as well, the video I made was like it was a lot for me. Like, honestly, last week's video, I literally worked on that painting every single day to try to get it done, and I felt like I was going crazy. I really regretted procrastinating, actually, the week before with the other video that I had made. I really regretted doing that because I really needed that time to spend time on the painting, spend time filming it and everything like that. I mean, I'm happy with the way that the painting turned out. I think it looks great, but yeah, I definitely needed I needed those 2 weeks. It was really hard for me to get that painting done, but I'm glad I did, and I love the way that it looks, so I'm glad I could deliver, you know? In last week's video, I briefly talked about applying for galleries and the process in order to do that. A couple people actually left comments saying that they were interested to know more, or they had a few questions. So I think I'm actually going to make like a video series about that. So I think what I might do is break it down into 3 parts, because as I started writing down everything and answering your guys' questions, I realized that there's a lot more to the application process than I realized. Yeah, I think I'm going to break it down into an artist statement, bio, and then just things that you guys need to know about submitting your artwork. If you guys have any more questions about that process, please let me know so that I can include it in the video and, you know, answer everyone's question just in like those 3 videos. Anyway, you guys can look out for that, get excited for that. So the reason that I mentioned the Bridgeman book actually was because that's originally how I learned how to draw hands. I would practice how to draw hands in my life drawing classes when I was going to school, but I was just never really good at it, and I felt like this book actually really helped me break everything down in a way that I could understand it. And there's so many different examples as well. Other than that, nothing has really been super new with me. I've been trying to plan some videos in advance so that whenever I do go back to work, I could just, you know what I'm doing every week. I haven't planned too far in advance, but I think it's good for me at least, to be organized about that stuff. Anyway, those are my drawings. Those are my tips and resources. If you guys like this video, then give it a like. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for, I don't know what yet. Actually, I'm probably gonna tackle one of the application videos next week. So there's that. If you're interested, stay tuned. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Say sorry.